Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing good today. Today I am going to show you how to make men's boxers. It is very simple and easy, and it is beginner friendly. So guys, if this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe, like, share, drop your comments, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So guys, let's get to it. Here, the first thing I did is to fold my fabric into two. We'll be needing an elastic, so I'm going to measure the width of my elastic, that is 0.75. Mark 0.75 right from the edge of my fabric. That is going to be the elastic casing. Draw a straight line. Now from this line, which is the base line, mark the length of the boxers. I am going to use 14.5 inches. Also, add 1 extra inch for hemming the boxers. That is 15.5 inches. Draw a straight line. After that, measure the crotch. The crotch is the hip divided by 4 plus 1.5. The hip is 40. 40 divided by 4, that is 10. 10 plus 1.5, that is 11.5. Mark 11.5 and draw a straight line. Now you're going to measure your hips measurement. The hips measurement is 40. 40 divided by 4, that is 10. Add 0.5 inch allowance, that is 10.5. So measure 10.5 here on the baseline, also on the crotch line 10.5, and then you connect it. Now to get the crotch extension, mark 2.5. From there, get your thigh measurement divided by 2. The thigh is 22 divided by 2, that is 11, plus half an inch, that is 11.5. Now connect here to here. And then you're going to blend it inward, okay? Blend it in here. Now from this top, measure down about 8 inches. Make a mark. And then from that point, on this line, measure 2 inches. That's for the flap. And then you connect it this way. For the hem allowance, you're going to curve your line like this, so that by the time you're folding, you have enough fabric to sew at the hem. Now we are done with the front pattern. Now we can cut it out. I'll notch here for the flap. This is the front pattern. For the back, fold your fabric into two. From this line, which is the baseline for the side, measure 1 inch. And then you place the side of the front pattern, place it on it. So it's going to be on the 1 inch, okay? Ensure that you have an extra 1.5 inch upward here. This is my waistline for the front, this line. Now what I'm going to do is to fold this flap inward. Measure 1 inch upward. Draw a line. And then from this 1 inch mark that you marked to the side, measure what you have here. What I have is 10.5 inches. Now you're going to measure 10.5 inches. Mark it diagonally such that the end of your 10.5 inch will start on this 1 inch line that we marked to the side, and it will end on this 1 inch line that we marked at the top. So this is what I have here. Now I'm going to connect this to the crotch. I'll just move it a little, and then I'll connect here like this up to here. Trace out the rest. I can cut it directly, but because I want you to see it. Now let's cut. Note the line that I am cutting on. It is the first line, not the 1 inch line. At this point, I discovered that I did not draw the slant line to indicate the waist of the back. I only marked it. So while you are marking yours, also draw the slant line. This is the back pattern and this is the front pattern. Now that we have the back and the front pattern, let's do the sewing. To start the sewing, put the back pattern aside. Open up the front pattern. The first thing we are going to do is to work on the flap area. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in so that you can see what I'm going to do here. For the one here, which is the one on your left, turn it this way. Fold the flap, the edge of the flap, 0.25 inch, fold it inward like this. And then you put that fold on this notch. Just fold it on top of the notch like this. And then you sew it straight down. But before you sew it, for this part, fold it like this, just a little, in order to secure the raw edge. So when you're sewing this one, you have two things to sew. Sew it straight down. When you get here, then you conceal this part as well. Sew it this way and then you stop here. Okay. I have sewn this part. And then for this one, fold 0.25 inch here. Then this place to fold a little and then fold it over. We are going to be folding on the notch, unlike what we did here. Fold this one on the notch. After doing that, you sew this way. So I have sewn here. Now you're going to place this one on this one. The one on your right over this way. Place the notch against the notch here at this point, and then you sew from here. Okay. You sew 0.5 like this. That's for the front. For the back, from the center back, sew straight down 0.5. When the back is ready, we will join the sides of the front to the sides of the back, and then we will hem it. Now I have sewn from here up to here, and from here up to here. Open it up, right sides facing. Place the sides, they have to match like this. And then you sew straight down. On this side as well, the sides have to match. Sew straight down. After that, you turn the crotch area and then you sew 0.5 inch like this. For the hem, remember we left 1 inch allowance. Fold 2 times and then you sew. After sewing, this is what it looks like. It is looking very neat. However, while I was sewing it, I also made a buttonhole on the top flap. The buttonhole will be on the top flap and the button will be on the lower flap. Now at the waist of the boxers, measure down the width of your elastic band. Mine is 0.75. Make a mark, and from there again measure down about 2.5 inches and make a mark. So from the first mark that you made, which is the width of your elastic, top stitch in form of an L shape, just like I am demonstrating. Ensure that you are top stitching on the top part, not the back pattern. Now that I have done that, the next thing is to introduce the elastic. So the waist measurement that I am working with is 34 inches, but I will be cutting 30 inches of elastic. Now fold the elastic this way and sew with a zigzag or a straight stitch. After that, fold your elastic into 4 and make 4 marks. The essence of this is to put the marks against the seam on the boxers so that the elastic can be evenly spread while you are sewing it. So you put each mark against each seam on the boxers. After pinning the elastic, sew at the tip of the waistline all round. You can use a serger if you have one. Now I have done that, and this is what it looks like. The next thing I am going to do is to fold the band just like this, pin it down. I'm going to do that all round, and then I'm going to sew with a straight stitch all round as well. Ensure that when you're sewing, you pull the band so that the fabric will be straight and flat and not wrinkled. Now it's all done and ready to be worn. You see what the band looks like. It is quite neat, and everything is okay. I've also fixed the button. Like I said, the button will be on the inner flap, while the buttonhole will be on the top flap. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. If it was helpful, please let me know. Like, share and subscribe if you have not, and if you have any questions too, you can ask. I hope to answer all your questions. Till we see you again, please take care of yourself. Bye.